trans people know who we are. We know our gender. We don't need other people to sit there and tell us that.
Charlie Martin's a racing driver. She's also a trans woman, transitioning 6 years ago. She's happy to face the twists and turns on the track, but has been reluctant to deal with the bureaucracy, medical checks and cost that legally changing gender requires.
It seems like a very strange process for me, having lived my life the last 6 years as female and never having had that called into question. We know our own mind. We don't need to prove that over a matter of years to then have it ourselves judged by some kind of panel who who hold court over our destiny.
The government's been consulting on making it easier for transgender people to change their birth certificates, considering allowing them to legally declare what gender they are themselves.
You wouldn't ask this of other minority groups, so why do the trans community have to prove themselves to people in this situation?
But the trans debate has become a bitter and divided one between those who want to self-identify as a man or a woman without the involvement of a doctor and without the 2-year delay, and those who believe this is a threat to groups and spaces that have been women only. At Parliament, Nicola Williams has been lobbying MPs worried about the impact the changes could have on other women.
The consultation's been quite unfair, I think. Women have been basically smeared and shamed and silenced. If any man can simply declare that he is female and given access to women's rights and women's spaces, then that takes away the ability for women to say, no, I have a boundary there.
Those with opposing views have clashed. Hyde Park last year, Bristol this year. The government insists there are no plans to change women-only spaces, but even an MP who backs reform thinks questions about the impact on women's refuges and prisons must be discussed.
I have spoken to lots of women MPs who feel that if they say anything they're going to be called names or said that they're a transphobe, but that has not been helpful at all because they are perfectly reasonable questions.
The Prime Minister, in a video for an awards ceremony for the LGBT community last night, indicated change is likely.
And the thousands of responses we've received so far show there's a real desire for reform.
The trans community believe change doesn't mean they're a threat to women's spaces and services.
Those concerns worry me, they terrify me. The idea that members of our society would feel unsafe because I'm trans makes me very sad. I think that we're all trying to fight for equality.
Charlie Martin says she just wants the same rights as everyone else. Lucy Manning, BBC News.